Hey Pitmasters, what is up? I really wonder if this chicken under a brick thing really works. So that is what we're going to put to the test today. I got a free-range French grain-fed chicken. Look at how yellow it is. Definitely grain-fed. We're going to cut this chicken in half, and one part we're going to be grilling under a brick and the other part ordinary. I wonder if it works. We're going to start by cutting open the backbone and this flappy bit, the neck, we don't need that, so it can go. Now you can see the neck is exposed. Take a sharp knife, cut into it. Take the other part of the back out. Now don't throw this away, it's perfect for soups and stocks. Lay the chicken flat and do the same on the front side. Cut into it, go through the breastbone. Look at that, two sides of chicken. This will go perfect under a brick.
So what do you think is going to happen?
I'm not really sure. I don't know if this is actually going to work. I heard that people say if you put it under a brick, the meat gets more condensed and you get more flavor and all kinds of things that scientifically they don't really make sense. It feels kind of the same way as beer can chicken. You know, it definitely doesn't work, but you know, there's only one way to really find out. So let's get this chicken ready, season it up with a little bit of salt. The inside we're going to season with a little bit of salt as well and a little bit of pepper. We only put pepper on the inside of the bird. Now we go to our barbecue. It's the Napoleon Kettle Pro. It's all fired up. We're going to put on a big heavy cast iron pan. We'll put in a little bit of olive oil, a small lump of butter, and then in goes our chicken. For my German friends, I cut my aluminum foil with a knife. Now this is the weird part. This is where we put a heavy brick, and you want to get the heaviest you can find. Put it in aluminum foil, wrap it up real tight, and now we'll put this brick on top of the chicken. This just looks weird. Now we'll close the lid and let this go at a slow temperature of around 140 degrees Celsius. And that, just let the brick do its work. The skin crispened up nicely. Look at that. It looks really good, but we need to turn this around. Otherwise the skin is getting overcooked. There's a little bit of difference in the skin. You can see that the pressure that is applied pushed down more of the skin to the bottom of the pan than the one that wasn't pushed down. I'll put the brick back on top and close the lid again. Now as a side dish I want to make some really nice and baked potatoes. So we already cooked some potatoes. I'm gonna peel off the skin. First we'll put this small cast iron pan on the grill and warm it up. We'll put some butter in the pan. What we want with these baked potatoes is to crumble them up and maximize the surface that's in contact with the butter. So we get the most out of that crunchiness and we get that real nice baked potatoes. Of course we'll season our potatoes with a little bit of salt and pepper. And we'll give it a quick stir, make sure that butter gets everywhere. This is gonna be some baked potatoes. Once our potatoes are baked and our chicken is done, we need a sauce to go with it. Hey! Crap. You get that all the time. The shallots, they just want to run away. I think they're scared of me. So we'll slice up 2 or 3 of these shallots, real fine. Now we'll slice fine our garlic. Let's check on the temperature. We got another 7 degrees to go. We cooked it first on the skin side, crisping it up. Then we flipped it around on the meat side. We cooked it. Now we want to turn it back on the skin side so we can finish crispy. Now you can see the difference. See how flat this one is compared to this one? Let's put the brick back on top. Poor bird. Now to get started on our sauce, we're going to put a little pan on our stove and put a little bit of butter in there. Now we'll put in our shallots and garlic. We'll add some capers to that. We'll also add a little bit of salt and pepper. We'll deglaze this with a little bit of whiskey and a little bit of lemon juice. Our potatoes are nice and crisp. Look at that, a golden brown color. That's what we're looking for. The chicken halves reach the core temperature of 75 degrees Celsius. So we'll take them off the grill. There we go. Man, this thing is heavy. Nowhere to put them. Why didn't you put something there? There. There we go. Are you curious? Now let's take the brick off and see if we can spot any differences. Definitely looks a bit flatter. Wow, look at that skin. Nice and golden brown. Now I'm really curious about the other one. This is really weird. The skin actually looks better. We'll put our beautiful chicken onto our baked potatoes. Put a little bit of our beautiful deglazed shallots and capers on top. This is gonna add so much flavor. I'll sprinkle on a little bit more butter. And it's just gonna make our chicken look extra good. This is one of these things that I always wanted to try and I always wondered if it worked or not. And looking at it, it seems to work because one is browner than the other. But the only real way to find out if it's any good, that's right, slice into it. We'll start with the breast, as most men do. Well, it's definitely juicy, look at that. Look at the amount of juices that are in that chicken. Now let's find out if our chicken that hasn't been under the brick is just as juicy. Wow, looking good as well. Let's lay these chicken breasts next to each other. Let's slice these up and find out what they look like in the middle. This is the chicken that has been under the brick. And this is the normal chicken. The normal chicken is definitely a lot taller and less compressed. We'll taste the chicken that's been under the brick first. Definitely a tasty chicken breast. Now the one that hasn't been under the brick. There isn't any difference. There's no difference whatsoever. This is really dumb. The myth is definitely busted as far as I'm concerned. Other than the crispy outside, you know, where the skin looks a lot brown because it's been in touch more with the cast iron, it didn't do anything at all. It's not better, it's just the same. Please tell me that I'm wrong and you can taste the difference.
Which one is this?
I'm not gonna tell you.
Yeah, tasty. Tasty.
Yeah, they're both tasty chicken, but you can't taste the difference, right?
Absolutely no difference.
No difference whatsoever. Kind of disappointing, because the whole point of this thing being under a brick, maybe we should try the skin of the legs, maybe that's the difference. Let's try that. A little bit of skin under a brick first. Really tasty chicken. Now the one that hasn't been under the brick. No difference. The color browning on the outside is better under a brick, but for the rest it doesn't do anything. No point in putting your chicken under a brick. Forget about it. Party trick. Let's try a little bit of that crispy potato though. That looks really good. Well, what do you expect? You fried potatoes in butter, added a little bit of salt and pepper, crisped it up. What's not to like? I wish I could eat potatoes like this every day. Look at that chicken wing. It's been looking at me all that time. Eat me, eat me. All right. All this fuss about nothing. All this talking about a brick about nothing. No reason why you should do this. Luckily, in the end, we still got that good recipe out, which was really tasty and fun to make. That's the good thing that we get out of this. I hope you guys enjoyed this video recipe, and if you did, then leave me a big thumbs up and a comment down below. Let me know if you have any experience with this experiment or an experiment that you would like to see. I'm looking for it in the comments right now. Yeah, right now. Come on. In the comments down below. So yeah. See you guys next time. Until then, eet smakelijk and keep on grilling.